Now it's time for the good oil, thanks to Cobram Estate. Of course, Cobram Estate, a premium Australian extra virgin olive oil. Now, the Bunnies have held a crisis meeting, reportedly with Latrell. Are we doing Latrell, are we, again? Oh, I suppose we better, hey?
One mention.
Okay, so reportedly had a crisis meeting with Latrell to discuss his discipline and why he's frustrated. It probably shouldn't have got to this point, but it is. But I've got to say, I don't know whether you saw this last night on 100% Footy. I thought Gus Gould's angle on this is completely different to what everyone else has been thinking, but I think he's hit the nail right on the head.
Are you really in love with this game? Do you love the hard work? Do you love the discipline? Do you love your teammates? Do you love your club? Do you love the game? Or is it just, I'll do it because I'm good at it, but I'll do it my own way? I mean, if someone actually sat him down and said, if you had a chance to walk away, would you go? You reckon he would? I reckon he would. I don't see that he's in love with it at all.
It's actually a really good angle to take. Has anyone actually sat down with Latrell and said, do you enjoy all of this? Do you enjoy the landscape of rugby league, the pressure that comes with being a high-profile athlete, a highly paid athlete? Are you actually enjoying this, or is it draining you? Is it exhausting you emotionally?
Well, if Daddy could do his job real quick, he'd probably find the audio from me a few weeks ago where I said that. I said, I'd love to go and sit down with Latrell and go, mate, where are you at?
Yep.
Like, what's going on? Like, do you not just want to just go and play footy with a smile on your face, like you're in the backyard with your mates, having a good time? Like I said that at the start of the year. I just want to see him with a smile on his face, playing
You
footy,
have always said when he's smiling, he's playing his best
forget
rugby
all
league,
the other stuff. Forget, like, just focus on the one thing that you love to do and you did since you were a child because you loved it, is play footy. Forget the media. Forget all the, going out to the bush. Like, just
But
for
how
a
do you
moment,
do that, Rat?
Just for a moment, focus on yourself.
How do you do that? I mean, when the whole focus of the team's performance is on you, it's easy for us to sit back and say, I just want you to go and enjoy it, but there's so much that comes with it.
No, I've been in a situation, probably not as polarising, because I was never that sort of a character when I played, where there was a blowtorch on you and you had to perform because you were the guy that they were paying and they put you in a position. It was like that when I went over to rugby with the Waratahs. They'd never played semi-final football. There was a lot of pressure on us, and me particularly, to perform. And a lot of people were giving me a hard time about the switch, the money that they paid, and I was like the poor cousin to Wendell. He was the big signing. I understand the pressure that comes with it, but at the end of the day, and when I say just focus on yourself for a moment, what I mean by that, and some people can say, oh well, he already is selfish or whatever. They might think that, right? No. There is a lot that goes into being an NRL footballer. There's a lot of stuff you've got to do. There's a lot of press you've got to do. There's a lot of, for the moment, what I think he needs to do is just focus on him and getting himself right to play football. Don't speak to the press. Don't get off social media, and just focus on doing what you love doing. And I know you love playing rugby league, Latrell Mitchell. Like, I know you do. You don't get to where you are in the game unless you loved it. You don't get there. And I just want to see him on the field, enjoying his footy. And, mate, all that crap will go out of his game then. I promise you. But like I said, I agree with Gus. Like, I'll be shocked. I won't be shocked if we don't see him play again this year. He's got to have 3 weeks off now. Your match fitness is going to go downhill. So you've got to train so hard to keep yourself at a level that you can come back. And respect the Charles Nickel-Klukstad who did that, come back and run for 270 metres and did what he did. But you can't, unless you are prepared to work your tail off like never before and come back into a team after having 3 weeks off. He's fit. He's not injured, so he can do it. I'm just not sure if he's prepared to do it. And if he isn't prepared to do it, he'll be worse when he comes back. And I don't think he wants to be that.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to play bad footy. He's not trying to play bad footy.
Exactly, yeah.
I just don't think he feels in himself that he's got enough juice in the tank to give what it needs. And if he has 3 weeks off, I don't know where that leaves him, and I'm not sure that I don't know. I don't know, but I hope to see him back, mate. We all know, and I know people are going to, think like different to this. But if Latrell Mitchell at his best, when he's fit and he's firing, can be the best player in the league, no question about it.
This next 3 weeks could be a real turning point for him individually.
Absolutely. Yeah. And from what I understand, he's apologised to his teammates. He's owned it. He's taken accountability, taken responsibility. Look, it'll be interesting to see. Look, I know he's a polarising figure, and I know people love him, and I know people hate him. But at the end of the day, I think the game's better with a fit and healthy and firing Latrell Mitchell.
So do I. Do you know what? I think he's frustrated not because of the team's performance. I think he's more frustrated that his body's not enabling him to do what his natural talent has always allowed him to do.
Well, you can't rely on that anymore, Sats.
Well, it's a little bit like Jared Hayne. Remember when Jared Hayne came back and he wasn't the same sort of player because early on in your career, you just get through everything through natural talent, natural raw talent, and you train
recover
hard.
quick.
Exactly. You got so much enthusiasm. And then when your body asks you to call on that hard work ethic that you're supposed to have when you're 19, 20, 21, and if it's not there, your body turns on you a little bit. And I think that's what's happening with Latrell at the moment. So this next 3 weeks is really important that if he uses it wisely and the club use it wisely and don't let him to go and get his head cleared at the farm in Taree, he's got to be around the teammates.
Absolutely.
The more he's around the teammates.
And they've got to be encouraging him,
Yep.
telling him that they need him. I mean, it's important. We all want to feel wanted, Sats.
Exactly.
You know, we all want to feel like we're a part of something. And when you're injured or you're not in the team, it's hard to feel a part of that. But it's now as a unit, the South Sydney Rabbitohs have to come together behind closed doors. They don't need to make it public. They need to get together and go, righto, guys. You know, we're better than this.
It's not up to the coaches.
No, it's not. No, definitely not.
A text from last night, 158, says, I could see Latrell Mitchell taking a year off like what Jamie Lyon did, play park footy in Taree, work on his farm, pull some beers at the local club, get his head in the right place. And I'm not a South supporter, but he's one of my favourite players to watch when he's fit and enjoying his footy. And I am with you, Rat. I'll be surprised if he plays again this year. Well, I hope he does. I hope he does. And like I said, these next 3 weeks are really important.
Yeah, they are. I do hope it all comes out the other side. But yeah, you mentioned it like the other week, Sats. You feel like something's going on off the field. That's why there's still stuff going on the field. And I think we don't know anything, but you know, I think what you said might be bang on the money. You don't behave like you did on the field last week if there's not something going on in your head.
Now, Jared from Christchurch on the text line says, beware the Crusaders, Rats, smooth run home, plenty of trips coming back. If they make the 8, watch out. You know they can win from anywhere.
Well, I'm actually tipping the Crusaders to go very deep, and
you said that,
and I actually know a few mates of mine that backed them when they hadn't had a win because it's a top 8. If they can get in the top 8, they can do damage anyone. And they're young halves. Once they start to get a bit of confidence, you know, they start to chalk up a few wins. Well, they've got the players around them that they can carry that side. So it's they're going to be tough to beat back into the season.
Okay, so on the back of that,
anything could happen for Para this year. It needs a full review. This has got me baffled. No, but like it's ridiculous.
Let me finish.
Well, I think that a cat will have sex with any other type of cat.
Rats droppings. Now the Waratahs. We have a lot of Super Rugby fans that listen. You love what you've done there, Cohen, don't you? You're really proud of yourself.